Okay, so here we have, what is this?
1971 Plymouth Fury.
71 Plymouth Fury. I don't know where to start.
Well, what's left?
So, yeah, what's left? So, the back door is zip-tied shut. This door is from a Jeep Grand Cherokee, welded to the B-pillar. There's holes. There's, like, that stuff that grows on the trunk of a tree.
Don't forget your camera.
I know.
Like,
Part of the car.
I don't know what this is. Is this PCV?
Is this transmission cooler zip tied in?
Yes.
Oh, you always do that. I do that. It's radiator ties. I hope they're not zip ties.
No, there's
About the engine,
Something's plugged.
Brogan, what do you have in there?
It's it came stock with a 360.
Well,
but
there's
this
long
is
tube
a
headers.
360 out of mid 90s B350 Dodge Van.
So what parts came from what?
This is a 1950 or 51 Nash. It got raced
what else do I
in
see
South
here?
Carolina, flipped on its roof. Got banned from the series, so we got this as a donation. Then that is the fin
Okay,
is a
so
Nissan floor.
the radiator reservoir doesn't go anywhere, and it has fluid in it. So we have a radiator reservoir with fluid in it that doesn't go anywhere.
And those
plugged up.
are doors off of a Jeep Grand Cherokee.
So when you get done rebuilding this vehicle, restoring
got a little
it,
heat wrap on the headers.
Believe it or not, museum.
So when I'm actually
Wiring
this is
everywhere.
Like being done as Johnny catches one piece at a time. As soon as all the body panels are back onto, it's gonna get painted back.
I don't know how this thing runs.
How long do you think that might take?
Next year. Because pretty much it's done. We plan to put a flat piece of metal
What is this?
and rivet
Is this a
a
wrench?
soft top on and do it over there as well.
It's a wrench.
And it'll be an actual convertible that can be
Yeah,
done.
you're doing this yourself.
What is this holding?
Going to other,
Is this
auto body
is this holding the door?
This is
The
actually
door
a
doesn't
AC
open?
door.
Yeah, he climbs in
We
that
got this
side.
before,
The
but
door
it's
is
racing.
welded shut
And we
with
brought
a
it up with
wrench.
split neck.
A
So now we're just
9/16
working
wrench.
this, and we plan to race it in 24 hours, 11 series.
So you have no
It's
plans
not
to
even a
take
normal
it to
wrench.
Montgomery County Fair?
It's a line wrench.
No, it's not going to be.
Why would you waste a good line wrench?
Wow.
I guess
To weld the door
I
shut.
guess it's not a waste if it has a purpose.
We'll see.
There's a potato on the floor. There's no windows. There's nothing.
Like a potato for a gear shift.
The mirror's like,
It works. You just have to like fix it every now and then.
you have to fix it occasionally.
The right one's like perfectly fine though.
Ugh, jeez. Okay. I think that's the steering wheel. So you have one gauge, and it's a
Tachometer.
aftermarket tachometer. You don't even have a speedometer.
Nope.
How do you know
can
how?
gauge it by ear. Once it's in third gear, you could pretty much know by RPMs how fast you're going.
Well, that's true. If you know your car and you know your gears, you can tell how fast you're going. I mean, there's a 5-point harness and a nice roll cage.
Has a cop ever like came and asked you questions about it?
Yeah.
There are some good things going on here. That is a massive brake pedal.
No trouble ever.
I mean, I guess you'd be scared to hit people in this thing. It is like solid metal.
They say the rat rod's dead.
Some nice acorns, some screws for when things fall apart. What is
Logan, borrow a skeleton from some of those.
what is this in the passenger's seat?
That's a battery.
That is a battery. Oh, that makes sense. The battery's not under the hood.
It's a battery in a battery box. It's tied to the floor, so it's like strapped in.
That's a nice, convenient ground. The floor.
Yeah.
How did you get it through
Is that?
1971.
Are those fans?
They don't require additional.
Street rods, historic, don't require emission.
What is that?
Oh, and the radiator is off of a Nissan. So that's why it's oversized and we have to cut it to the hood.
What's this wiring harness that doesn't go to anything?
Which one?
There's two of them actually on the door.
Hmm?
There's two wiring harnesses.
Oh, this is from the Jeep Grand Cherokee doors.
You mean the wiring harness came with the door?
Yeah. Well, we chopped up the green Cherokee. We chopped up the Cherokee in Florida and brought the doors with us.
It looks like a head unit harness.
You should put a radiator here.
We trailered it home from Florida and Maryland, but 3 weeks ago we drove this to South Carolina and back.
You drove this on the highway?
Yeah. Like, we got 13 miles a gallon, which was actually not that bad for a V8, and we drove it to South Carolina and back.
Yeah, 13 miles a gallon, not bad for a V8.
I mean, like, let's be.
Wait, does the passenger side have 2 doors and this side has 1 door?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I
Which
wanna
call, if
see
you look
this
at it, it always had 1 door.
Rogan, I want to see this in the Ripley bunch.
I'm looking at it and I don't believe it. I don't actually believe this is a thing. Why is this side's wheel covered up and that side isn't?
That's not a stock fender.
It's a different...
That's off of a 1950 Nash.
Okay.
Dude, that is awesome.
And this is a bracket from a Harley.
Oh my god, look at the transmission cooler. When I said zip tie it, I meant you're supposed to radiator tie it to the radiator.
Dude, it's totally secured. Like, look, it's not going anywhere. It made it to South Carolina and back.
I mean, it's definitely not
What's
going
this? Voltage regulator.
Is this a manual or an auto?
Hmm?
This is an auto, right?
Auto, yeah.
Okay. You wouldn't have a transmission cooler manual. That would have been funny if you did, though, because then I could have laughed at you more for something else. I might have to start actually trying to look for things now.
I
like
really
how the
love the brake boosters are still cast iron.
I like how the spark plug wires are red, white, and blue.
Yeah.
Before they didn't have, what we'll call it, so the thermostat gaskets started like leaking really badly, and so did this upper radiator hose. So that's where all the rust colored coming off, but before it actually looked like a beautifully painted red, white, and blue, like American theme.
Where's the distributor?
That's
Oh,
really
it's behind the
I like
carburetor. So what's
Look
that?
at the stars.
Ignition?
What are the stars?
Ignition. Just like felt stars.
They didn't melt.
I don't know old cars, like, at all. You have, did you have 2 belts for AC? Or is it just a really big crank pulley?
I gotta make you some decals.
Really big crank pulley.
Sticker it
I think you should paint this red, white, and blue. This is like.
Well, we got the Johnny Cash idea, and like that's really what it's going for, and we plan to still race it in the series. We have to redo the whole cage, basically.
It was the cage not compliant anymore.
It's compliant. They just wanted to, like,
I can't get over this.
the cage was compliant for when it had a roof.
So
So like a lot of like support has been.
I think I've seen it all now.
Actually make it like SCCA compliant, and have a lot of